They call me Dan, the Lakers Dtlf. And I got a master plan for the Lakers back to the promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equal. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jet.
What up, Laker fam? It's your boy Dtlf back with another video. Got you guys with the latest news, intel, updates, and all that good stuff. Now, we'll also be doing a Court Kings reveal and drop that already happened on the website. You can go check it out now if you don't want to wait for me. Or if you want to wait for me, you can check it out. It's really fire, man. Shout out to the graphic goat, Chris. And, of course, we got some things to talk about, some stuff planned. What up, KJ? Good to see you, my boy. What a shot. First of all, let's start off with what a shot by Kyrie tonight. That was amazing. Left-handed. Oh, man, the way he set that up was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Zwaney, what's up, brother? Tiana, good to see you, girl. Yeah, I miss you too, mixtape. Hey, we'll be on tomorrow. Don't go missing this so much as we're going to be covering the games tomorrow. And matter of fact, tomorrow we got a special event. Every year I do it. I'm not sure if it'll be able to be streamed on playback, but regardless, it'll be multicasted. So I will be streaming my live reaction to the NBA Draft Lottery presented by State Farm tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. So it's going to be a lot of fun, man. We're going to figure out if Wemby's going to get some help or who's getting that #1 draft pick. Now, they say this is a weaker draft, but in the past, so we just don't know, to be honest. So that's one of the things planned for tomorrow. Remember, 12 tomorrow noon. What's up, Kimiko? Good to see you, girl. How's it going, Quentin? Glad to have you guys on, man. We got a lot to talk about. Also, like I said, got a couple of reveals. First, let's start off with tonight at 10. We'll be having a gaming session over there live on Playback TV. So make sure you guys do follow if you already do not. I might multicast, though. You guys been asking for some Fortnite, so we will be doing that. And we just dropped this on Court Kings, man. Go shop CourtKings.com right now, man. Lakers Nation, stand TF up. All right. You guys know what that stands for. You know, they not like us. You know what I'm saying? They not like us. They not like us. Y'all feel the y'all feel the beat. Y'all feel the flow, man. Cali, stand up. This one right here is a direct shot for all the non-winning teams. Flippers. You know what I'm saying? Celebrating Kendrick's record, man. That's super hot. Still bumping on my radio. So definitely go check that out off of Court Kings, man. That is a banger if I've ever seen one. Again, shout out to the graphic goat, Chris. And happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers out there tomorrow, man, and especially mine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what will we be without our mothers, right? We would be nobody. So shout out to all the wonderful mothers, and a special shout out to all the ones that did it on their own as well, man. So again, much love on Mother's Day. And now we get into the nitty-gritty of this video, man. The rumors, the latest news. I got some updates for you guys. So you guys are going to want to stick around. Make sure to hit that like button and sub if you already have not. And again, stay tuned because tonight we got some gaming. Let's go. All right, let's start with rumor number 1. So apparently, the Lakers are starting to zoom in on a specific head coach. All right, now listen. Let me go ahead and stream it to you guys. Bear with me here. Apparently, the Lakers, man, they're on their way. They're on their way, if I do say so myself. And check it out, y'all. So it's looking like there's a clear-cut favorite right now. That's what it's looking like right now. Check this out.
Their search is going to ramp up this week. I'm Rob Pelinka, the Lakers front office. They'll be in Chicago for the league's draft combine. You can expect them to start calling for permission to talk to coaches around the league, assistants.
There you have
one
it.
name that the Lakers have been drilling down on in their initial research here, JJ Redick, our colleague at ESPN. He is certainly somebody that the Lakers are intrigued with. They've been making a lot of calls to try to learn more about him, but expect this to be a wide-ranging and a lengthy search for all.
There you have it, chat. There you have it, chat. Oh, hold on, give me 1 second. Hold on, it's still going. It's a glitch. All right, got you. JJ Redick seems like a top heavy favorite right now. JJ Redick seems like a top heavy favorite. There's been lots of rumors, a lot of people saying that he seems like the clear-cut favorite right now. Now, that could change because there's a couple of interviews lined up, but it seems like JJ Redick is a name we're hearing a lot associated with the Lakers moving forward. Now, the Lakers will also interview Timberwolves lead assistant Micah Nori for the head coaching vacancy, right? Nori joins JJ Redick, Kenny Atkinson, David Adelman, and James Borrego as the known candidates. Now, there's obviously going to be some that we don't know yet about. So that's one of the main rumors right there. How you guys feel about that, rookie coach? Hey, Strega, good to see you, Strega. Much love. Thank you for super chat. Just updating you guys on what I'm hearing. He said, might as well let LeBron coach. That's what they're saying, right? That's what they're saying right now, fam. So that's interesting. But, all right, that's not the only rumor. I got more for you guys, all right? So it says here, all right, now based off of Jovan Bua on his Laker Insight via his YouTube channel, right? So shout out to him. It says the Lakers will be looking to move the 17th pick in the draft. Lakers will be aggressive, all right, quote unquote, aggressive in moving that pick and likely all 3 of the available picks for a trade. Now, it says LeBron has a player option in some days after the draft, which is when the Lakers can trade all their picks. So this will affect LeBron's decision. So luckily for LeBron, he can sit back and wait and see what the Lakers are going to do. That's not so lucky for the Lakers, though, because it seems like they're at gunpoint at this point. What do you guys think? I have more rumors to talk about as well. Hey, there goes my Court Kings guy, Chris, my brother from another. Good to see you, brother. That's the danger of firing coaches. This better be an upgrade. You know what, Queen Strawberry? I don't think we can downgrade from Darvin Ham. I really do not think we can downgrade from Darvin Ham. I'm sorry. I just don't. Right? I'm so tired of these rookie coaches. I'm right there with you, Alan. Dan, I thought the perfect trade, Karis LeVert for Rui. Cavs need size. Lakers need a shot creator and a good defender. I like Karis LeVert, but I liked him a lot better in his Brooklyn Nets days. After his injury, he had a major injury. It has not been the same. Is that my guy, Manimal? What's up, Manimal? LeBron wants someone he can control. Ooh, you might be onto something there, Tayana. You might be onto something there. But let's talk about the rest of the rumors before we really deep dive into this. So it says here that the Lakers can trade all of their picks. This will affect LeBron's decision. So Mitchell, Trae Young, DeJounte Murray are players that were mentioned in this live stream, right, as potential targets for the Lakers. So Donovan Mitchell, who, by the way, is balling out in the playoffs, shout out to him, actually putting up a fight. Can't wait to watch the next game. Trae Young and DeJounte Murray are names that have been mentioned. Now, it says here that Tyron, this is the good news, though. On top of the video we just saw from Woj, and remember, my guy, Jovan, is definitely connected, so shout out to him, and he always blesses us with the knowledge. It says Tyronn Lue will be the Lakers' #1 target if he becomes available. Keyword, if he becomes available. It says the Lakers will be aggressive if he does. So other realistic candidates, again, he talked about Atkinson, who was a finalist in our last coaching search, so watch out for him to be the sleeper in all of this. JJ Redick, which we already heard Woj say. Other names are Micah Nori, who's about to get an interview, David Adelman, and Sean Sweeney, and Chris Quinn. So those are new names, new development names right there that we hadn't talked about. Sean Sweeney and Chris Quinn. Okay, now that's when it gets interesting because you never know when somebody can swoop in from the left side and take the coaching vacancy spot. Now, I will take questions on all of this, man. We're going to have a deep conversation. It says, Lakers then plan to have a coach in place by the draft on June 26th. So, again, shout out to Jovan giving us that update. So, they want to have a coach in place. They're going to ramp up the search this week, and LeBron is watching, right? Also, it talks about us not drafting to keep the pick. Unfortunately, for those of us that love young talent, they're drafting probably for another team, and they're probably going to move all 3 picks that are tradable this summer. So who do you guys want? Before we continue with the rest of the rumors, who does Laker Nation want that can fill in as a third star? They're still going with the third star mold. So that is kind of unfortunate to hear because I prefer depth rather than third star. But I don't mind if it's Donovan Mitchell. That's one of the names. They talked about DeJounte Murray. He would have been nice and during the playoffs. Definitely better than D'Angelo. All right. So I thought we had that discussion during trade deadline. And then you got Trae Young, who for me is a wild card. Depending on the coach you have and how he disguises him, Trae Young could be really lethal. And he's only, 24, 25? He's still a young buck. So if you can give up 3 draft picks and, God forbid, Austin Reeves or something, would you guys do that for any of the 3 players And it's going to take more than Austin. It's going to probably take Rui as well. God forbid they include Vando, right? So that is interesting right there. I'll read a couple of comments before we go on with the rest of the rumors. How y'all doing this weekend, man? Hopefully everybody's doing good. It's good to see you guys, man. Again, tomorrow I got you guys with mad content. We'll be covering one of the 2 games tomorrow. And then also I got you guys with the draft lottery that I do every year here on this channel. This might expand to Playback TV as well. We'll see if it's available on there. Z Wayne says, I just want to rebuild, man. Bron isn't the same, and AD is injury prone. It's best to trade him now and start over. Although I agree with you to some degree, the Lakers don't see eye to eye, man. They still want to go for it all, and they still want to stay, you know, a competitive team right now. That's what it sounds like based on all the rumors we're hearing. So we're kind of starting to get a visual of the picture that the Lakers want to paint this offseason, right? So we're going with a coach. They're hoping for experience. So Tyronn Lue, according to these reports, is still a priority, which is the right mindset if you want to compete. However, you know, if the Clippers lock him up, then they will proceed in a different direction. They're already going to interview guys. Talked about some of those. So we're starting to paint the picture. And then LeBron, they're willing to do anything for LeBron, including draft his son in the 2nd round, from what I'm hearing. So that's what I'm hearing, man. Now let's see here. Would you be cool signing Klay Thompson for the mid-level, Dan? Again, I want to go younger rather than older, but you never know if he can rejuvenate his career with the Lakers. I mean, he is an LA native. Obviously, his pops played for the Lakers, so I can see that happening. I wouldn't be too excited for it. I've never been like a big Klay fan, especially now that his defense is not what it used to be. But it could work. We need more sharpshooters and more size. He provides both, so it could work. But again, everything depends on what coach we hire for sure. Benaya says, Dan, I like Kenny Atkinson. I like him too, but I prefer this guy more with young talent. I really do. Like when you surround somebody like Kenny Atkinson with young talent, I feel like he'll bring the best forward. And you know what I'm saying? So that's going to be interesting right there. Bronny not leaving. I think he's not ready. We'll see, Dante, because, you know, he's going to have a grace period to go back to college. So that's the advantage of these new rules with the CBA. Right, so we'll see right there, Dante. Dan, who do you see winning the draft lottery? I'll be honest with you. It's been feeling like it's been rigged for the Spurs since they won the Wemby. Now, obviously, there's some other small market teams in the fold, so it can go either way. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs get the #1 overall draft pick. You guys know that the league is a sucker for San Antonio. They gift wrapped Wemby to them, and as a result, that already extended Pop's career. Now, if they add another young buck to that, it'll get interesting for sure. And I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it because they're becoming a really fun team to watch. However, they're going to be a problem in a couple of years for the Lakers, man. All that size, that versatility. I like Jeremy Sohan as well. What's his name? Keon Johnson? No, what's his name? Keldon Johnson. Really good player as well. I mean, they got a nice base and a nice core for young players. They start mixing in some veterans. Watch out. They got the coach already in place. So we know Wemby is going to be a future face of this league up there with Ant-Man. And if he could only stay healthy, they're going to be an absolute problem that nobody's going to want to deal with, especially not us in the West, right? Especially not us. Thank you for Super Chat, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Chris, my brother Chris said that hoodie is fire. Going to order me one. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Court Kings. Our website is up and running with free shipping available right now. And again, we just put out this absolute banger. So if you guys know, I know you know, right? If you know, you know. They not like us. Come on now. It's a banger, man. Both on the shirt and on the track. You know we had to drop one, man, for the city, man, one time. So definitely go check it out. ShopCourtKings.com right now. Free shipping, man. We out here like Robin Hood. Just giving back to the community. Free shipping on everything. We're not making a dime off of this shit. All we're doing is putting out some heat at very affordable prices for you guys. So go tap in. Get some for your family members. They'll appreciate it. I promise. David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Wemby. It's crazy, right? How the league sometimes seems so rigged when it comes to the lottery. Listen, I've proposed this for a long time. They need to stop doing that behind the closed doors scene stuff, because now we're starting to look like the WWE. You feel me? Must re-sign Max Christie. I was going to get into that right now because there's more rumors that our good friend Jovan from The Athletic put out. And again, he's well connected with the Lakers. Now, I hope to have him on here for a podcast one day. It says, if LA hires an assistant coach some members within the organization view Nori and Adelman as the top 2 candidates. Now, as you guys know, we have an interview with Nori coming up real soon. I think this week we're going to hear about it. So that's, they're still deciding on that. Now, it also says that teams with projected cap space who can sign D'Lo away from us are the Magic, the Jazz, maybe the Spurs. Magic will be pursuing a point guard. Clay over D'Lo, most likely 2-year, $45 million would be his contract in Orlando. Also, Jovan thinks, and it's a guess, by the way, that JJ Redick will be the Lakers head coach. So, again, he's very connected. His guesses are educated. They're not just educated guesses. I believe they have some insight to it. So, again, for those of us that don't want JJ Redick, we better have an open mind because you never know. He could be the next big thing, or maybe he's another flop. We'll see. But it says the 2 most realistic candidates, according to Jovan, are Kenny Atkinson and JJ Redick. Which one would you guys prefer, chat? And I do have something about Max Christie after you guys answer this question, but I definitely want to read comments. I want to give you guys everything all at once. Yes, sir. Talk to him, Chris. Is by the fans, for the fans, man. We made it for the community. When we came up with Court Chris, when we came up with Court Kings, it was all with you guys in mind, man. And again, I wouldn't sell you guys anything I don't rock myself. So your boy is always draped up and dripped out with Court Kings. Dan, who would win a 2v2? You and Jeff versus Mees and Chris. I'll tell you what, man. I never bet against myself, but I've been hearing that my boy Chris is a hooper and a basketball hooper. So I would love to see a matchup like that, all in good fun. But I always bet on myself. You know that. However, I do really well with defensive players. So if we could swap Chris for Jeff, I think we go undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm all offense and I can play defense as well. But I need a defensive wing to do the dirty work for me. And I think that's what Chris is. Based on my conversation I had with him on the phone, he says he likes locking up, which I love to do as well. However, if I'm a point guard, a playmaker, facilitator, and scorer, somebody else got to focus on the main. You know what I'm saying? But I can't listen. 2v2, you can do it all. So, yeah, I'm always betting on myself, chat, always. But I'm sure it would be a good matchup. That's a good question right there. Dan, Lakers made a mistake signing Jalen Hood-Schifino. We should have got Jaime Jaquez. You mean drafting? Yeah, drafting. It seems – look, I'll tell you this about young players. It always seems like a mistake at first. However, the script could be flipped. What if Jalen Hood-Schifino comes out and he becomes the next Drew Holiday type? Or he becomes the next Marcus Smart or something like that. Don't give up on the young buck. He's extremely young. People gave up on Max Christie his first year. Now people are clamoring for him to play. Talking about clamoring for him to play, let's segue into that conversation. It says, Lakers see a lot of Christie. Part of the Lakers coaching disconnect was Max's role or lack thereof. So, again, man, we've been talking about it all year. Max Christie could have been utilized better. We see Christian Braun used to the max with the Denver Nuggets, and he's a second-year player. And I think Max Christie runs circles around Christian Braun. But it says Lakers see a lot in Christie. So, man, it's kind of crazy. I do believe they truly watch. I do believe the front office watches this podcast, man, because a lot of my thoughts always turn into the front office thoughts. Unless great minds just think alike and it's a coincidence, which it could be. I do believe that, you know what I'm saying, it piques their interest. I mean, we got 24K subs, man. We are on the map. That's one of the top Laker podcasts, if not the top one. We're up there. So you don't think Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka and these people sometimes have peeked in? I can guarantee you they have, based on what I'm hearing. So that's pretty cool. They see Max Christie as a major piece. Apparently they see what we see. Apparently they hear what we say. And I like to hear that. So whoever they hire is going to have to be good with young talent as well as coaching stars. Now, that's not too far-fetched. It can happen. He just has to be a good, well-rounded coach, right? Question is, who is that from the candidates we mentioned, guys? Let me ask you guys this. From all the candidates we have mentioned, who is that candidate that you guys think fits the bill? I don't know if it's JJ Redick. He's a wild card, so I don't know. I can't say JJ Redick. But Kenny Atkinson, maybe? Can he coach stars? I don't know. He is an assistant for Golden State. They got plenty of stars there. But he's not a head coach. It's different when you're a head coach. And when he was in Brooklyn, they didn't really have stars. They had young players. Mark Jackson is a name I've been clamoring for. I even have a video on why the Lakers should have hired Mark Jackson 2 years ago that I dropped here on YouTube. Go check that out if you don't have a chance. Players like that. Here's what I want. You guys know I had a Q&A interview with one of my favorite ex-Lakers, Stanley Johnson. I would love a coach that sees value in those type of players and will call up somebody like that for the free. by the way. This is a player that will sign. Listen, you got to pay him the minimum, basically, because, you know what I'm saying, he's proven himself to a certain extent, but he's kind of an unproven player right now in a lot of people's eyes. For me, when he was a Laker, I was upset when we traded him because this is the type of player that we could have used in a series versus Denver, a scrappy guy who's a bruiser, right, on both ends of the floor. So I want a coach that can utilize hard-nosed players similar to how Thibodeau does with the New York Knicks. And Micah Nori might fit that description, right? Because you see the type of role players they're using over there in Minnesota. Those tough, gritty, tough-minded players, man. That would be nice. That would be really nice. Dan, we need to go get DeJounte Murray, a 6'5" and 6'6" max defense. I would love DeJounte. We talked about this at the last trade deadline, and that's still a possibility, all right? There was rumors that we would revisit trade talks with the Hawks this offseason, so that could happen. Let's see here. It says, I met him. Now I have high expectations for Christie. I know, bro. Look, as a matter of fact, he's on your picture. That's pretty cool, Randolph. I remember when you told me that. I was so happy for you, man, when you met Max Christie. So that's cool. He's going to be around for a while, especially if we hire the right coaches that give him the opportunities. This kid just needs an opportunity, man. He was one of the best players, if not the best player during the summer league, and he didn't get no opportunity. That is criminal. Because the last time we had one of the best players in Summer League, it turned out to be Austin Reeves. Why can't we give the same opportunity to Max Christie, right? So let's give him the same opportunity. Who knows? Maybe even Jalen Hood-Schifino next year. Maybe some two-way player nobody's talking about right now. Lakers got to keep building up their assets, whether that's for a trade in the future so we can bolster up the team, or whether that's just for the future to have good core depth, right? One thing I'll say about Darvin Ham is that he stunted a couple players' growth. Max Christie was one of them. Right? Not only that, he didn't give opportunities to guys like Christian Wood, who I think is going to have a major comeback season for sure, man. And thanks so much for Super Chat, Randolph. I appreciate you, my brother. But, you know, it's going to be interesting because, again, these rumors are starting to fly rampant. That's why I'm here. I promised you guys all summer long when stuff with actual substance comes out, that's when I will be going live. So make sure you subscribe if you already haven't. Hit that post noti bell and hit the like button as well. I'm taking all questions right now. Castleton, yes, that's another player for sure that was underutilized and didn't really get an opportunity. Maxwell Lewis, who knows what he could have became if he got a couple more minutes, if they were focused a little more on his player development in the G League, etc., man. Randolph, you met my favorite player on the Lakers. Lucky. Yeah, man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing when you meet these players. You know, there's a free agent name that I met this player, and I don't want him on the Lakers just because I met him, but I actually like how hard he plays. It reminds me of Chris Mim. You guys remember Chris Mim? Now this guy, I always butcher his name. It's either Devin Ebanks. I think that's his name. Right? He currently plays for the Phoenix Suns. I like his hustle and his energy. He could be in one of the bigs in the rotation. So he's not a guy who can shoot, but he can definitely rebound. He can help from the weak side and block some shots, and he's athletic. So I wouldn't mind if we take a look at him. But my real target as a big man, I wish that we can get this guy, is the big man from the Brooklyn Nets, Drew Ebanks. I don't know why I keep calling him Devin. Maybe because we had a Laker named Devin Ebanks. Drew Ebanks. It sucks. He took a picture of me. He was so graceful, but I always forget his name. Drew Ebanks. Thank you, guys. I have to hammer it in, especially if he becomes a Laker this year. But again, Jonas Valanciunas is a target for me for sure. I think Jonas Valanciunas, people are saying, oh, he's too slow. He's played out. Nah, man. With the right matchups, he's a big body that Joker will have problems with in that matchup. Hartstein is another one. I like him a lot. The way he's played for Thibs, I think a lot of people are going to try to pursue this guy on an affordable, contract for sure. Telly, my brother Telly, good to see you, bro. He said, I know he's injury prone, but Robert Williams would be nice. You know what? You're absolutely right. That's the type of player. It's like a baby Bynum out here, man, just blocking shots and doing post moves. We can go back to the old school. Heck, Zubats, isn't he a free agent? Maybe we take a look at him. Maybe he's played out because he became a Clipper. I don't know. But we'll see, man. We will see. It's going to be interesting for sure. He said, hell no, cuz I will pass on him. Phil Jackson coming back, cuz. No, he's not. Stop it. That is absolute crazy talk, man. Phil Jackson not coming back, brother. Phil Jackson is not coming back. I hate to burst your bubble. I wish he would. I wish, we can rewind time. He was 10 years younger. He can come back and take over this team. He's not. Matter of fact, LeBron and Phil Jackson will never be on the same team because of the whole posse comment that happened when he was on the Knicks. Dan, KCP or Bruce Brown? I think they're both free agents. I would go with the familiar. I would go with KCP if we can get him on a decent contract. Although I think Bruce Brown's probably the better defensive player, but KCP, when he spots up, he can get hot. I like him. Y'all saw what he did for us in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Miles Turner to the Lakers, not going to happen, man. They got a nice young core over there. They just extended him. Miles Turner will probably be a pacer for a long time. You see what they're doing. They just won their first game in the second round. I mean, that team is taking leaps and bounds. They made it to the finals in the in-season tournament. I mean, that team, led by Tyrese Hallibuckets, is going to be a problem for years to come. I don't see why they would trade unless he didn't want to be there or whatever. He didn't like his role or whatever, but I really don't see why. He said, should we get a third star or depth? I like us to trade for Cam Johnson or Caruso. I prefer depth, King D, but it sounds to me like they're prioritizing star. That's what it sounds like to me, personally. Said I don't like LeBron, selfish player. He got to go. Bro, I say a lot of things about LeBron, right? But one thing we cannot attach to LeBron's name, brother, is selfishness. So LeBron's one of the most unselfish players. Now, if you want to talk about taking all the money and not taking a pay cut, then that's different. But we're talking about on the court. Bro averages 7 assists at least per season. So I understand your frustration with LeBron. Listen, a lot of people want to move on from him because they don't want to see no farewell tour. And to that extent, to that degree, I agree. However, as long as you got LeBron, there's pressure on the front office to put together a competitor. That is the only good news of having LeBron around, is that you got to compete. Otherwise, you look bad. You look real bad. But I agree to this extent. I wish the front office had a little bit more of a backbone and they're able to tell LeBron yes and no on certain things, right? That's what I wish personally. Like if we had Dr. Jerry Buss, I promise you LeBron's not walking all over him. Rest in peace to the late, great Dr. Jerry Buss. But that's the only thing I would change about having LeBron is that there's too much, bend to my will type attitude coming from him. Like he really acts like a king. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But again, Telly, appreciate you, brother. My guy Chris says your Drake impersonation was my masterpiece. Hashtag Court Kings, they not like us. Bro, let me tell you something, man. When I was younger, they used to say I rap like Drake, like the Mexican Drake. So that was kind of a piece of cake for me. If y'all haven't checked it out, go check out my Drake impersonation. It's on TikTok, Primetime 2408 on TikTok. Follow me over there, guys, or my Twitter information, which is down below, or even on my Instagram. So go check it out. Any news on Ty Lue? The only thing I have on Ty Lue, brother, is that there seems to be a stalemate over there in Clipperland. And I don't know if it's a contract issue. Maybe he wants more. Maybe he wants more year insurance. Maybe they're having a fallout. Who knows? But it's been extremely quiet on that front, which is interesting to me. The rumor has it the Lakers are waiting to see what happens there before they make any decision, which is smart. It is smart. You shouldn't rush to make a decision and then something, like him becomes available. You're going to be kicking yourself in the head for the second time. Saying, fool me once, can't happen twice, man. We got to make sure we lock him up for the near future if he does become available. Lakers really did sold their soul to LeBron. Whatever he says goes. That's why he called LA Bron. Hopefully not, Max. We'll see this summer. We'll see how it goes, but hopefully not. Chris said, Dan, would you like Valanciunas, however you spell his name? Listen, I've been circling Valanciunas' name since before the summer started. Remember, I mentioned it here and around the league that he really intrigued me as a potential piece for the Lakers if we're running a 2 big man lineup. Now, his weaknesses are not really a big-time face-up guy. He can hit the midi, but he's more of a back-to-the-basket. He finishes at a high rate, at a high clip around the basket. He averages around 12 points a game. But where he really helps using the rebounding, and defensively, he's okay. He's a big body. So he's somebody who can hold his own in the paint. He's going to get cooked by the athletes, that's for sure. Wemby's going to cook him, guys like that. But that's why you have AD from the weak side, right? He can come over and help get, a roam around and really play free safety style, which I like AD in that position rather than being the last line of defense and just getting banged around all the time. Let's let players like Jonas, players like Christian Wood, and players like, assuming he comes back, Jackson Hayes, take some of the battering down low. And I think a good coach would kind of, spread the minutes around. Not saying AD would never see the 5, but for the most part, you try to disguise him and make him a secondary help defender where he can roam around, like I said, like a free safety. Yeah, Hartstein plays really hard, but I also think the coaching matters. You do not see minutes if you play for Tom Thibs if you don't give that type of energy and effort. Just look at the way they swarm everybody. They really should have won the last game. The officials saved the Pacers, but it is what it is, right? And then that shot by Nembhard was insane. He said, now thinking we should have done a trade for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. The Lakers tried. They kicked rocks on it, but they tried, fam. They tried. But just to recap really quick, the rumors of the day for this video, if you guys have any final questions, let me know. Again, I will be live tonight on Playback Gaming. So if y'all haven't done it, man, the last 3 nights we've been doing it, it's been an absolute fun. I will be live with my girl playing some Fortnite at your guys' request. So make sure you guys tap in for the gaming session with DTLF over there on Playback TV. And I might, like I said, multicast. It might come to this channel as well. But get involved over there. The voting polls and all of that gets read over there first. Vern said Christian Wood and AD lineup was really good. They explored it for a little bit, and it kind of worked, didn't it? It's unfortunate that they didn't keep going to it. But like I said, I think the next coach will bring out the best out of those players. All right, so again, let's recap what we talked about. So LA will be looking to move the 17th overall pick in the draft, as well as the other 3 in a trade for a star. All right, we talked about the names that were mentioned: Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young, DeJounte Murray are just a few names, right? Tyronn Lue is still the Lakers' #1 target if he becomes available. We talked about that. We talked about other more realistic names where my guy Yovan says just a hunch, but he believes that JJ Redick has his foot in the door, right? We talked about that. We talked about Micah Parsons getting an interview real soon. We also talked about how the Lakers see a lot in Max Christie, and it's part of the reason they fired the coach, because there was a disconnect with the young players like Max, and also Maxwell Lewis and Castleton didn't get too much run. So all that factors into it. We also talked a little bit about D'Lo and all that good stuff. So again, if you guys have any final questions for me, I'm here for you guys tonight. But I love bringing you guys these type of videos. Do you guys like them? Drop a like if you guys do. Hit the fire emojis, all that good stuff. Benaiah says, Dan, your thoughts on us getting Xavier Tillman or Goga? I'm not even going to try to say his last name. For veterans minimum. Xavier Tillman is a name that really intrigues me. I liked him at the trade deadline. Unfortunately, the Boston smell shits picked him up, but I really liked him at the trade deadline. That's a great question, by the way, Benaiah. You've been asking some excellent questions that I've been taking note. I heard like a reporter, huh, Benaiah? We see you. We see you, girl. LeBron for Donovan Mitchell. Stop it. Stop it. We get it. You don't like LeBron. Every one of your comments has been anti-LeBron, bro. This is the first time I've seen you on this channel, so I hope you're not a troll. Dan, Helldivers 2 is the game on fire, especially on PC. If I get a chance, I'm not a PC gamer, but if I get a chance, I'll check it out, brother. But tonight we go on Fortnite and whatever else you guys request. So make sure you guys tap in at 10 over there on Playback. I agree, Vern. Very disappointed that Maximus Prime didn't get no playing time. You feel me? So that was very disappointing, man. Extremely. Yeah, Xavier Tillman is a hard-nosed player. He showed his heart to us. And usually when players play that hard versus us, the Lakers end up picking him up sooner or later. So that's good news for Xavier Tillman fans. But I like him, man. I liked him since he was in Memphis. I hate that he went to Boston. Hopefully he becomes available over here. Dan, Lakers should draft Zach Edey as a backup center. Well, according to the reports, brother, it doesn't seem very, they don't seem very optimistic about the draft this year. So they might punt it away with the rest of the draft picks. Do you think Max still has see a huge bump in his minutes this upcoming season? Listen, you guys heard it here first. I believe at some point Max Christie, due to his defense and his offensive potential, will eventually start at some point next season. Now, I'm not sure if he'll hold the starting lineup down because, there's some coaches that give you a limited leash and then they pull back on the reins when you start messing up. But I think at some point you're going to see Max Christie start maybe 5 to 10 games and see how he does from there. He could be the breakout player of the Lakers next year. We'll see. I like his defensive potential a lot. He's a big rebounding guard. He has great size. And offensively, his stroke is phenomenal, man. That three-point shot, that form, especially from the corner shot, looks good. Looks like it's going in all the time. And I love his mid-range game. The way he can pull up off the dribble is special. He just got to work on his handles, attacking the rim because his athleticism, he should be catching more bodies, if we're being honest, and his playmaking decision abilities, because sometimes these young players can get tunnel vision. If he works on those things, he could take a leap. Maybe not a quantum one, but he could take a leap for sure next season. Dan, how do you feel about Skylar Mays? Like his game? I like Skylar Mays' game a lot. I mean, he came in and he played that first game. He got like 9 points. And he played the next game. He had like 7 points. He looked good. He looked poised. He had a good handle about himself. He didn't look like a young player. But again, he didn't get opportunity. A lot of young players didn't get opportunities this year. So we'll see if they get it next year. He said D'Lo and Rui for Lowry and Clarkson. Shan, the best thing we can do is have D'Lo opt in and then trade him away. That can happen. 5 players I hate. 5 players I hate, Shan. This is the final question I'll answer. 5 players I hate. All right. Number 1, Patrick Beverley. Not in any order. I'm just thinking of players I dislike. I'll say dislike. Hate is a strong word, but Patrick Beverley for sure. Too much of this, not enough of this. Not enough dribbling, not enough basketball in his blood. That's number 1. Meaning he doesn't back it up with his game. Number 2, Devin Booker. God, I can't stand him. This guy's one of the biggest crybabies, and I hate how he becomes a dirty player when he turns the ball over or he misses a shot and he didn't get the foul call. Always crying, man. There's literally, I've seen fans with a crybaby shirt on. So, yeah, Devin Booker's number 2. I don't care that he's Mexican. That don't mean nothing. All right, to me at least. Number 3, player I really dislike, like really, really dislike. I'm going to have to say Paul George. He's so annoying to me. So ever since he went to the Clippers, it's been all ego and not enough backing it up either. I can't stand players like that. Overrated. Number 4, I'm going to go Russell Westbrook. He became. Listen, I actually used to love Russell Westbrook from the outside looking in. And then when he came here, I understood why Kevin Durant left that team instantly. Again, all bark, not enough bite, a lot of turnovers, missed layups, etc. And then talking in third person never gets you on my favorite fan list. And number 5, yeah, he knows. He knows what's coming. He knows what's coming. Look, this guy right here, my neighbor, shout out to you, brother. Good to see you, man. My neighbor knows exactly who I'm talking about because he's a fan of this player. And I'm always roasting him. I think my fans know exactly who I'm talking about as well. I think he hurt the game. Is he a good player? Yes, he's a very good player. But he's not in my top 5. Never will be. I think he hurt the game. And he ruined a lot of the youth's basketball IQ, mid-range game, and footwork, etc. And he doesn't play defense. And that is Aisha Curry, a.k.a. Stephanie Curry. Do not like this man at all. He's a lot of young kids' favorite player. They put him as a GOAT for some reason. I don't get it. I'll never understand it. Yeah, he shoots threes. What else can he do? One-trick pony head ass. Get your ass out of here, man. I can't wait till the day he retires. Thank you, but no thank you. And the game is now trending back into a wonderful game again that I love. Footwork is back with Ant-Man and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shout out to them. Kawhi, I don't really hate Kawhi. He doesn't say much. He's not really cocky. He doesn't do anything for me to hate him. He went to the Clippers, but outside of that, I don't really hate him. I mean, I don't like him anymore like I used to, but I don't really hate him. But yeah, Steph Curry, I think he's been bad especially for the youth. I go to the park, motherfuckers be shooting threes from half court. I'm like, bruh, get off my team right now. Right now. You shooting threes from half court? I don't want to see you around my block, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, James Harden was bad too, but he ain't never did shit. Like, he never won shit. And he didn't ever come to the Lakers, so there's no reason for me to dislike him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really change the game. I don't see people flopping at the park like James Harden. You feel me? Like, I just don't. Let's see. Appreciate Super Chat. My guy said Reeves, Donovan Mitchell, Reeves for Donovan Mitchell, LeBron, Vando, and AD. What do you think? Wait. I'm confused. You're going to have to reword this. Reeves for Donovan Mitchell is not going to be enough. We're going to have to go 3 draft picks, probably Vando and Rui just to get Donovan Mitchell with the 3 picks. So, yeah, Reeves not going to be enough. That's what I think, my brother. But would I like to have Donovan Mitchell? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Oh, you're talking about that's the lineup? Okay. So I don't see how we would get Donovan Mitchell without giving up Reeves, to be honest. But I would love your lineup. Yes. Yes, I fucking would. Absolutely. That lineup right there could be a championship lineup. Now, I would prefer Reeves off the bench and start Max Christie or somebody who can play some real defense with their size or athletic ability. But I do like your lineup. I'm not complaining at all. It doesn't have too many weaknesses. Donovan Mitchell's a better defender than D'Lo, that's for sure. And he's a way better star for sure. So, yeah, that would be a hell of an upgrade. However, I do believe Reeves would have to be included in the package to get Donovan Mitchell. People understand Reeves is actually coveted. Don't listen to the haters. They dislike him. He's actually a really good player. He showed his heart in the final game, dropping 9 points in the fourth quarter. Really, really good player. So, Reeves, he's a keeper, but I do believe he will get dealt if they find a third star. That's what my gut tells me. Just like Kuzma, who I liked a lot as a utility type player. Same thing with Reeves. I like him a lot, and I think he will get dealt, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong. Dan, would you do a celeb boxing? Oh, yeah, bro. I'm actually good at fighting. I'll tell you that. I've knocked out a couple of folks in my time, you know what I'm saying, bullies and shit that try to, like, get in my face have been knocked out. So, actually, I sparred with an MMA fighter, and he said I had pretty good hands. I'm pretty quick. So, yeah, I would do celebrity boxing, but I don't consider myself a celebrity. But the fact that you guys do is a huge honor and a pleasure. I remember I had one of my neighbors had moved in, and his wife recognized me walking my dog in the neighborhood, and he was like, dude, you're a big celebrity. I can't believe you're my neighbor. And I was like, I'm not a celebrity. He's like, yes, you are. You're just humble about it. That's why we love you. So listen, I don't feel like I'm a celebrity, but I appreciate you guys, man, for you know what I'm saying, yet. Now, I do believe I can become a celebrity because I got musical talent. I got all kinds of talented things and endeavors that I plan on getting into in the future. But still, that's pretty cool that you guys even put me in that category. I appreciate that. It's surreal. Like, I still remember the first time I got recognized at the mall years ago. It was this dude and his daughter, and he told his daughter to take a picture of us, and it was like crazy, like the fact that they spotted me in the mall. So, you know, I remember I cherish all those memories. I appreciate you guys. DTLF versus Dime Dropper. I wouldn't mind fighting him for sure. He's a Clipper fan, right? I think he's a Clipper fan. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah. You know what's funny about Dime Dropper? He probably hates me because he tried reaching out to me one time. I don't remember for what. And I was in super block Clipper fan mode because they were getting on my nerves, all of them. So I didn't really, somebody had said he reminds me of a young version of you. And I was like, hell no, he's a Clipper fan. So I remember him, somebody saying to unblock him, and I never did, simply because he's a Clipper fan. Yes, I'm petty like that. Clipper fans get on my nerves. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. Did Ty Lue get extended? Not yet. Not yet. So as long as he's not extended, brother, I do believe that there's an option. There is an, you know what I'm saying, there's an availability potentially, right? So that's going to be interesting. But again, guys, I do believe that's going to wrap it up for me. Remember, tomorrow at 12 noon, be here. I will try to do it on playback as well, but I'm not sure if they're going to be actually showing the draft lottery. But I will be reacting to it live just like I do every year. All the content is still the same, but better. So I will be here tomorrow at 12 noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys are here for the draft lottery live reaction. And also, I'm not sure what time the games are tomorrow. I haven't looked at the schedule. I've been really busy today. But again, tonight at 10 o'clock, gaming sesh with DTLF. I will be gaming with my girl. You guys were phenomenal last night. You guys loved it. We did retro. Tonight we're doing more of the newer games. We're going to be starting off with Fortnite. So come hang out with us on playback and tap in. And again, shout out to my brother Chris for the artwork. But we just dropped this one tonight right here. Laker Nation, stand the fuck up. You know, they not like us. They not like us. Let's go. That song makes me want to dance, chat, every time I hear it. That's a banger. So make sure you guys tap into everything, man. Follow me on all social media platform streams because content coming all year round. Appreciate you guys, man. Much love. Thank you for tapping in. That's the latest from the Laker rumors and more. I will see you guys as soon as there's something worth dropping, but hopefully tonight over on playback. All right. Peace.